Hello. By the time you're seeing this, it is officially October. Spooky season. That's why I'm holding a candle so close to my face. This is a fire hazard. I'm gonna stop. Hello. Welcome back to my plant channel. I'm speaking a little bit quieter than normal because it is dark o'clock, if I may say. Even though it is dark o'clock, I need to repot some heckin' plants. The reason I need to do that is because I've been putting it off for too long, and I decided to put houseplants in terrarium, and I don't know if you've ever decided to do that before, but they're like legitimately moldy. That is when I learned the difference between terrarium plants and house plants. So every single one of you who watched my terrarium video, you must have just been cringing so hard. Anyways, behind me you can see I have some plants. We are right now located in my dining room. Behind me I have all of my rarest plants that need the most humidity. And then there's my head. This is gonna be interesting because I need to, we only have 5 pots and we have like 8 plants that I need to pot. I guess we don't have to plant the Hoyas today. Sucks, because that's what I wanted to do. Okay, I use black gold exclusively. Do not use Miracle-Gro. Use this, and I mix that with this. And also I have a bag of perlite back here, but it's like kind of way back there. I don't really have a big mixing bowl, so I'm just gonna take scoops out with my cute little glass. And yeah, my videos are doing super well. The video that I posted yesterday has 2,500 views in one day. Are you kidding me? That is insane. We can talk about my new uploading schedule. Like, so many of you voted on an Instagram poll, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, that's kind of where I ask for video ideas, that's where I ask for Q&As, and that's where I do anything YouTube related, because I'm not allowed to do YouTube community posts yet. I haven't figured it out. If you like Lesia, if you're watching, please tell me how to do community posts. I do all my community stuff on Instagram, so just follow me. It's the first link in the description. An overwhelming amount of you decided Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. So that works for me because Tuesdays and Thursdays are my busiest days, and then Sunday I get to freaking do nothing. No, I'll probably film on my days off and then post on the edit and post, but anyways, I am excited. Oh, it smells so bad. Okay, so the first thing we're planting is my Scindapsus pictus trubii dark form. He's not doing super hot, but that is 100% my fault. Okay, so here's my Scindapsus pictus trubii. She's looking a little worse for the wear, but she's alive, and that is what matters. Am I right? Here she is. Oh, look at the art on that vine right there. It's just beautiful. The next plant that we are going to be repotting is the philodendron Scott Morianium. If you guys could leave tips on how to actually make a terrarium, and I know it's completely my fault because I'm the one who literally told you guys, like, I didn't watch any stuff. I've seen people do this on Instagram, so that's all I need to know. Which was silly of me. I didn't think it would actually be this hard to like do something cool. I guess something that's on my mind is there's a person in my past who was so horrible to me that I find myself actively rooting for their failure. And this person is not in my life anymore at all. I have not talked to them in a few years. They reached out to me one time. I think it was it might have been a year ago. It was finally when I got out of and I was never diagnosed, but it was when I got out of my depression phase, the closest I've ever been to depression in my life. I had just met Chris. I had just gotten over my ex-boyfriend who I was stuck on for like 4 months after he dumped me. I was finally in a good place. And then this person reached out to me, and it felt like, you know, I had so much that I wanted to say, and I just ignored it. I always had someone telling me that people did not like me, and that was this this same person, by the way. And so I was almost like hypersensitive about people and what they thought of me. And so if I heard someone say something bad about me, I would literally call them out and message them. I just wanted to talk about this because I feel like people from our past who have hurt us, especially in the way that I was hurt, where I was left with an eating disorder and severe self-consciousness and body dysmorphia, like when a specific person is the root cause for all of those things and you deal with those things every single day, you are also thinking about that person every single day. And I know some of you have probably gone through something similar to that, but it is super damaging to your mental health when every single day you know that this person, there's no way that they're thinking of you because they're on to manipulate other people. The plant community is such a good outlet for people to express themselves creatively and find people who they are similar to and bond and move on from those things. Because when you're dealing with issues like anxiety and depression and things like that, those are really, really hard to move on from. And from experience, the plant community is the only thing that has helped me move on from being a collegiate athlete and a full-time athlete. Here's the philodendron Scott Morianum real quick. It looks like a billy tie. It's not a billy tie. The plant community was just there for me in an overwhelming way. And it took me a long time to find them and to find my people. So I just want to say
thanks.
But I really want to have an open conversation. How do you guys feel about people in your past who have wronged you and you find yourself rooting against them? How do you change your thought process? And especially when you know that they're still out there doing those things to other people, how do you find yourself being positive about it? How do you change that? I would love to have some of your advice, but also if you guys want to talk in the comments. I really want this to be a community where it's not just me talking at you and you're responding to me. I would love for you guys to talk and respond to each other in a nice way. Moving on to a happy note, my gigas didn't die. We actually have 2 giga sticks because I separated them. Here's some exciting news. If you haven't heard, Disney and Sony worked out a deal to keep Spider-Man in the Marvel Universe, which is the best news I've heard literally all year. In other news, my friend Ashley, with an I, just released her houseplant pot brand where she paints on terracotta pots and puts sealants on them with her super fun abstract designs, and she also sells print. And I'll be linking that in the description, so you should check that out. Okay, here's the Giga sticks potted up. They're looking a little sad, but I mean, it's alright. Sometimes we look a little sad, but nobody throws us away. Right now we have the Anthurium veitchii. I have a little baby. And he actually did probably the best out of all the plants in the terrarium. He molded the least. Ooh, okay, listen to this. A brand new plant store opened. It's called A Succulent Day, and it is the cutest houseplant store I've ever been in. Most of the plant stores in Boise are like a greenhouse. So it's not really like a greenhouse, it's like a legit store. But the pots are affordable and they're cute. I just feel so happy every time I walk in there. I went there 2 days in a row. Here's the veitchii, so cute. Put him right there. You can just kind of see him a little bit for the whole video. And our last plant, because this is my last pot, is going to be the Anthurium regulosum. I just had another houseplant sale. Woohoo! And it went super well. We sold out within 12 hours. And you guys are just so supportive of me. I'm so happy that you buy my plants. For one, it makes me feel good as a seller that I have people who are dedicated to when I release new plants that I sell out so fast. And two, you're helping me pay for my life. I am doing 24 credit hours of college right now, which is 8 credit hours over the normal, and I actually have to pay extra money for those credit hours because I'm going over so much and I'm taking so many classes. It's gonna be great because in the spring next semester, I'll only have to do 12 credits, so it'll be like smooth riding, because for the last 2 years it's been like 27 credits in the spring, 21 credits in the summer, 24 credits in the fall. Like, it's been a lot. And you guys, I don't have a job. This is the first semester I haven't had a job because I can't afford to have a job with all the work that I'm doing, and YouTube is finally taking off, starting to finally take off, and it sounds so dumb. My dream is honestly to do this, and it doesn't necessarily need to be on YouTube. It could be on whatever other platform becomes big in the next few years, because you know it won't be YouTube forever, because that's not how the world works. I guess that's the end of this video. Let me grab my plant friends for you. This is the Anthurium regulosum, the Anthurium veitchii, the Philodendron gigas, the Philodendron Scott Morianium, and the Scindapsus pictus Trubii dark form. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please give this video a like, please subscribe, and tweet me at David Dobrik. He'll notice me one day. If you made it this far, comment your best tips on building a real terrarium and I will read them. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I just want to say this begonia is the only one that didn't do bad in the terrarium. So maybe it's a terrarium begonia? I don't know.